So have you seen the movie Nope?
Yes, I have seen the movie Nope.
Okay, so you know how in the situations there were like multiple things that happened that instead of like investigating, they're like, nope.
Yeah.
So my question to you on that is, what would have to happen in order for you to be like, nope, gotta go, pack up my bags and leave?
Any unexplained thing would have to happen, like if I was locking doors and then somehow they were unlocked even though no one's in the house, or like doors being left open, like I'm like, I'm guessing we're done here, right? Like there's like no, or like finding a secret room in my house or something like that. No. There's something in this room. Hey, this door is locked and it was hidden behind two layers of wallpaper that no one can notice. Yeah, I'm cool.
Well, for me, look, I think I'm a scaredy cat. I'm considered a scaredy cat to a certain extent. I think for me is if I move in or like I go visit, like it's one of those situations where like I feel like if I have a dream that I'm in that place and something is watching me, nah, we gotta go. Like, no, like this place is so creepy. My subconscious is like telling me like, hey, there's some weird stuff here. We gotta go.
Hello, pioneers, and welcome to MissingTheWagon, a pop culture review podcast. My name is Samuel, and with me today is my co-host, Miri. How are you doing today, Miri?
Hi, guys. I'm doing swell.
Before we go any further in what we're doing, how do you feel about the movie we watched?
It was okay.
I was gonna say, like, tell us what you really feel.
It was okay. I don't know. I got a little frustrated with the female lead, and then I just feel like the men were being stupid.
No, never. Not in these kind of movies. Now, let's talk about some goings on at the time of the movie. Thank you to onthisday.com for the headlines. On January 1st, 1981, it's declared International Year for Disabled.
Oh, yeah. So, I just want to let everybody know, all this information I'm reading from is also from Google. So,
but you're cool, man. The opening. Sorry, trying to laugh loud into the mic.
I just want to let everybody know, like, this is the stuff where I'm getting from. So one thing I really liked about this was that if I understand this correctly, the idea was originally brought up in 1976, which by the time that 1981 came up, that's when it was like finalized. As you guys probably will notice throughout so far our series, honestly, when I see these things, because it says 1981, I always feel like, oh man, that was like decades ago or like millennials ago. Well, yeah, okay, there it goes. This is what I mean. But it was actually only 45 years ago. So it's not even at the 80 mark or the 100 mark. This was literally approved 45 years ago, I think, from 1981 to 45 years ago. So that to me is wild that it's not even 60 years old. So
yeah, current history is wild, man.
Yeah, 45. That could be like my great uncle.
Yes, your great uncle could be 45 if your great uncle is quite young.
Sorry. That could be a very older sibling.
Yeah, that's true. On January 2nd, British police arrest serial killer Peter Sutcliffe, known as the Yorkshire Ripper.
All right. So on this one, I actually saw a lot of information, but your girl didn't write it down or screenshot it. I'm just gonna look. I love this kind of stuff. It really catches my attention. So, but I'm just gonna point out a few little things. One of them. Where was it from? And where was it?
I didn't write anything down, but I have all this information.
Was it in England or something, or where was it?
It was in. It just says British police.
Okay, Britain. We're gonna go with that. So obviously the newspaper and like the people who were affected by the murders, They named it after like he was. They thought he was like a basically like a doppelganger or like a copycat of Jack the Ripper, as you know, the name suggests. The other thing was that when I looked up information about him, he actually did not have any fascination about copying Jack the Ripper. That's just what the public named him because he killed only prostitutes. He butchered them, did some very nasty stuff to them, and his reasoning, and I quote, because God's voice told him that he should get rid of the prostitutes. And honestly, when they found him, it's not like they found the body. They only caught him because he had I think it was like a fake license plate or something, or either a fake license plate or a fake ID. He got arrested for that or something like that. Or that's why he got pulled over or caught. And then that's all he had. Nobody suspected him on anything. But then he just confessed, I killed all these women. And then eventually, the crazy part is this was a trial, I think I think it was like an on and on trial with him where they would arrest him because they had he confessed to it, but then they would let him go.
Was there evidence?
There wasn't evidence, but he kept saying every time that he killed them until I don't know how finally they found enough evidence and they were like, yeah, he killed her, get him.
Maybe he pulled a 7. You haven't watched that movie.
Sure
7 is a movie with a very bad man in it, and the very bad man comes in with at the very end of the movie with blood on his hands. He's like, detective. But yeah, so the man walks into the police station with bloody clothes and blood all over his hands. So it's kind of hard to.
Yeah, I don't know if he did that, but I just and then it says that apparently throughout this time that he would confess and they would catch him and release him. A lot of people still a lot of policemen were just nah, he's just doing it for attention. And then finally, when he was convicted, those policemen were like, "Oh, gee willikers," is what they were like. I'm glad you find that funny. There you go again. Sound like a squeaky door.
On January 12th, soap opera Dynasty, produced by Aaron Spelling and starring John Forsythe, Linda Evans, and Joan Collins, premieres on ABC television.
All I know on that one, and from what I read, it was 220 episodes.
That's pretty good. That means it got syndication.
That's okay. Look, it just reminds me of another Sailor Moon where they just keep going and going and it just never ends.
Yeah, but yeah, Dynasty is a
like the song. Nope. I don't even know the rhythm.
I don't know the song you're talking about. But yeah, Dynasty is it's one of the soap operas. It's like Dallas, where it's follow oil magnates and whatnot. So it's just a rich family being jerks to people and their exploits. But like I said, they got syndication, so they're getting their money for. Yeah, man. On January 16th, boxer Leon Spinks is mugged. His assailants even take his gold teeth.
Oh, man. Look, listen, y'all are going to think I'm a not very nice person because I make fun of a lot of things here, but my thing is, obviously, as it says, he got his golden teeth. Dental? Whatever it's called.
Oh, yeah, it's a tooth.
They got stolen, okay? This cracked me up. I apologize. Dark sense of humor over here, but so they took over $45,000 worth of his clothing, jewelry, and again, the golden dental plate he had. This is the part that it made me laugh, was when Spinks Leon Spinks was later telling people, I guess telling his testimony. He said that he recalled that he had tried to bite one of the attackers, which is how they managed to knock the teeth loose from his mouth and then steal them. This to me means that he shouldn't have tried to bite anyone, and he would have still had his teeth. Sorry. That's the only reason why he remembers they got stolen.
No, he remembers they got stolen because his teeth got ripped from his mouth.
Also, well, that too, but he said, it says here that he tried to bite them, which is all oh, shiny teeth, let's take them. Also, this is not, I'm not making fun of what happened to him, but but the thing also too is that they not only did they hit him pretty hard, was it backsided him? What is it called?
Blind spot?
They blind spotted him.
No, they blindsided
They
him.
blindsided him. Blindsided him by hitting him in the back of the head with some, obviously something very heavy or whatever. And when he woke up naked in a hotel with no clothes and no teeth.
Well, naked with naked and no clothes. That sounds about right. Also, I love the idea of the Sandra Bullock movie being called The Blind Spot instead of The Blind Side. On January 20th this year, Ronald Reagan is inaugurated as the 40th President of the United States. And also on the 20th of this year, the U.S. diplomats and citizens held hostage at the U.S. Embassy in Tehran are released and begin their journey home after 444 days.
So this one kind of confused me. Like, Samuel had to break it down for me to where I was like, oh, okay. It's just very sad.
Yeah, it was pretty sad, honestly. And that's the news for January 1981. Now, our next segment is one of my favorites, and it's the MissingTheWagon Draft. This week, we're doing Indiana Jones. So the draft will be about our favorite or the best team of fictional explorers and adventurers.
I was out there to y'all. I don't know. I just recall the few amount of them I know, and some of them I had to look up, be like, oh, that'd be great to have on the team. That's it.
Okay, would you like to go first?
I think the first one's gonna be very low.
I'm saying, would you like to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first, but I'm just letting you know my first option's a little. I think I could have done better.
Okay.
Finn from Adventure Time.
Doesn't he survive a war?
He sure does.
I'm like, not to be mean. My man, he stops the fourth dimensional bubble. He
stops the Lich, right? The Lich?
Well, technically, he does stop the Lich, but then the Lich comes back because the Lich turns into a baby because it gets purified. But then that baby, the Lich comes back, and that baby who is the former Lich kills the Lich. Okay. Yeah. Once again, I haven't watched later seasons of Adventure Time.
I've only watched, I think, the first two seasons, but...
Wait, you chose Finn from the first two seasons?
No, so a lot of these things that I know about Finn are things that people told me about or that I watched shorts on YouTube.
But like, he did, in season 4 or whatever, he went to an interdimensional prison and fought his dad, and you only seen season 1 and 2.
Right, I know that. But
okay.
It's not like I watched it. It's just I've seen clips of it. During that time, it was like.
Because I was gonna be like, I'm like, later on, my man's out here staking vampires and whatnot. Yeah, my man has lots of experience. But okay. For my first person, it's the Silver Surfer. From Marvel Comics. Yeah, he literally gives up his he's not a human, but he gives up his humanity to save a woman he loves and his planet from being eaten by Galactus. Yeah. So he gets cosmic power. He's becomes
literally invincible.
Yeah, he becomes nigh invulnerable.
And another reason why he doesn't kill them is because he starts helping them, or something like that.
Well, no, in the beginning, he was just the herald of Galactus, so he got power and he went around being like, "Hey, Galactus is gonna eat your planet." And then later on, especially in the second Fantastic Four movie that is not good, he's like, "You remind me of my wife that I haven't seen in years," and that's why he helps Sue Storm and them.
Right.
But yeah, it's just but yeah, he's an explorer. My man's explored the galaxy.
That's cool, but go continue.
Well, it was that's why he's a nigh invulnerable. He has cosmic powers. He has a cosmic energy manipulation. Flies around and he explores the reaches of the galaxy. I think it's a pretty good explorer.
I didn't even think about superheroes. I thought genuine explorers. So mine are pretty basic. I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
O'Connell from The Mummy.
Rick O'Connell. That's his first name. Yeah.
O'Connell. Mm-hmm. And I say this because he has survived multiple resurrections and paranormal from mummies.
It was one mummy twice.
Then the other two were also the third one.
The first movie was Imhotep. The second movie was Imhotep. The third movie was Jet Li.
Yeah, it was they were a deity or something. They weren't human either, but they survived that too.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong, but it's the joke they made in the third movie where he's like, it was one mummy twice. It wasn't multiple mummies.
Oh, it's their way, but yeah. I would like to have someone who could survive that on my team.
It makes sense. I chose Samus Aran.
I don't know who that is.
The lady from Metroid.
Don't know who that is.
Okay.
You have a picture?
I do. She's an explorer. she took out the Metroids, and she stopped like the X virus or whatever. She just goes around space shooting stuff with her arm cannon and her battle suit, and turning into a ball and dropping mines and bombs and stuff.
Okay. Well, as I stated earlier when we were doing this, I just choose whoever I thought would be a good candidate on my team. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with this movie. It's an animation called Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas.
The Pirate Man?
Yeah, the Pirate Man.
I was going to make a joke and say the comedian, but you don't know the comedian.
I would choose him only because he survived, an ice deity? He survived the sirens.
He survived a lady that was like, "What are you doing?
Yeah,
you're being a good
misfortune or something like that."
But yeah, like he survived multiple guys.
That's what I'm saying. So I would like, and like being an adventurer, you find a lot of weird stuff. So I would like to have that person who has that type of luck on my team.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. I chose Maui from Moana.
Oh yeah.
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 Okay.
I love that
but
song.
Actual Maui, yeah, like Maui halted the sun for days to be longer.
He stole the heart of Tahiti.
Of who?
Tahiti? No. What is it called? Not Tahiti is the fire woman, which is the same person as the green lady.
Tahiti's the name of a country. That's the name of a goddess in Samoan culture now?
I think I said
I didn't know. Because I know that there's the goddess at the end who's all mad, and then they put the heart back inside and she's happy again, but I don't know what her name is.
Yeah, so I said it wrong. It's Tefiti.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Tefiti's the green lady, and then she becomes the red lady because he told the fire lady, because, what's his name?
Maui.
Maui took the heart, which is why she became, I forgot the name of the lady, but
she became the angry volcano lady.
She did.
Yeah, but Maui's an adventurer, going around doing all this stuff, stopping suns and planting people's guts to make coconuts and all this stuff. Making it like, yeah, I think it's a very solid adventurer.
Oh, she became Taka. But she was like, Taka came from Tefiti.
Okay.
Sorry, just Taka.
No, you're good.
That's how it says it, Taka. Like, I mean, I don't think I'm saying that right either, but this is how it's very caps Taka. It's yelling at me. Okay, this is my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what number are we on?
It should be 4.
4. Okay. So this one was a very hard pick for me because I was between 2 characters. But I think I'm gonna go with a Predator. Yeah, Predator.
Yeah.
Is this guy right?
Yeah.
Predator. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Predator because he is highly skilled. I'm hoping if he's on my team, this just derails the fact that he's gonna kill me as well. Or my team. But he's a good hunter. They experience things in order to become a hunter. He knows how to fight aliens, and he's skilled with weapons.
Well, yeah. They're also skilled at exploring the universe. Is what they go around doing.
I want to explode something. There it goes.
My next choice is the Doctor from Doctor Who.
Dang, I didn't even think about it. Which one?
It doesn't matter which one.
Oh, okay.
Well, also, I've never watched Doctor Who, so I can't tell you anything about it except that he can regenerate and he's real smart and he solves problems and explores the galaxy. Also, that's not true. Lots of Doctor Who fans would say, depending on which Doctor would be depending on how they solve problems and come across things. So maybe there is a certain Doctor Who that plays well with others compared to the other ones who would be great for an adventure explorer team. Unlike, let's say the first Doctor is terrible at it. I've never watched it. I don't know. I just think he is a regenerating man that does lots of exploring and adventuring, that is able to make the hard decisions that are needed to make the team work and move forward.
When I think about Doctor Who, I think about Dalek, which is like this little robot dude. And I just hear him go, eliminate, eliminate. Sorry, exterminate. Sorry,
also, you understand that's a race of people, not just one person, right?
Yeah, he's the last one of his being.
No, there's a whole race of them. We see a bunch of Daleks in the Doctor Who, if I believe.
Yeah, but later, I could have sworn actually he was the last of his people because Doctor Who is like, you're just like me, the last of our kind.
Oh, because I think Doctor Who kills all the rest of the Daleks, huh?
I don't know. I only watched this with my sister, so my sister would know more about this. The whole exterminate really got me when I first, because it kind of reminds me of Sourhead from Adventure Time. Unacceptable.
Lemon grab.
Lemon grab.
Sourhead. Oh, sorry, that's really good. It's Sourhead, the lemon guy. Who's your last pick for your adventure team?
Laura Croft.
Oh, that's funny.
Because she's rich. She has the resources. She's smart. Honestly, I would like to have somebody on my team who just has unlimited resources. Mm-hmm. Really. And if I need to do something, that's my girl.
Yeah, that's true.
If I befriend her.
See, the problem I have with my team so far, I think I have a bunch of lone wolves. And I think I need someone to bring them together.
I think my lone wolf is probably definitely Laura Croft and the Predator.
The Predators hunt together.
I always see them alone and think. Well, yeah, maybe O'Connell.
Well,
O'Connell is.
Well, I was going to say.
He started off as a single guy, and then eventually he accepted help from everybody else. But
he started off as a soldier in the army, so he definitely
Benny.
wasn't. But he started off with help because he's in the army. But the Predators in the first Predator movie, I think it was a Predator. And he was brought to Earth so he can hunt prey that was valuable, so he can earn a certain rank. I think the second Predator is the same, which is why he was in New York, and it was the Danny Glover one. But
there's one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, right?
It was the first one, very first one. Mm-hmm. But no, yeah, for me, the Doctor Who plays well with companions, but like I said, I don't know all of them. Silver Surfer is used to be the one.
Honestly, I don't even know the guy's name. I just know one Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And it's some...
Is it David?
I have no idea what his name is. You can tell me all these names, and I'm going to tell you the same thing. I don't know names.
Yeah, Maui is typically known for working by themselves. Samus is known for working by themselves. Silver Surfer. Like I said, Doctor has companions, but that's not like a relationship where it's like I'm used to having multiple inputs and I take all of them in. It's, I'm the leader, you follow me. So I feel like this last adventurer might be able to bring these people together.
Wow, since 1963.
Doctor Who?
Yeah.
Yeah. British comedy. British television made up, hey, we can regenerate. So then if they get new actors, instead of trying to explain it away, it's just like, yeah, he regenerated, so it's all good. Yeah, man. Yeah, so I need somebody to bring the team together, and I'm stuck on two. And since you already chose all your people, I'm stuck between Odysseus and Red from Pokemon, and I'm gonna go Red from Pokemon. Because I feel like Red from Pokemon.
I don't think Odysseus would have been a good candidate. Because
you mean the captain of an army?
Yeah, that then decided to sacrifice most of them and let them die.
Yeah, but that was 10 years in. I'm not saying it's got to be 10-year adventures.
It has to be the 20 long lost Odysseus. Has to be the young one.
Yeah. It's gonna be that one.
Past Odysseus, not future Odysseus.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so that one. But yeah, I chose Red from Pokemon because one, he has 6 Pokemon he can use. But also, he's a child. And the 4 adults I chose will probably start off being like, this kid's in the way. But then, hopefully, because we've seen them in all their media come together and protect people that are smaller and weaker than them, they'd protect the child. But also the child would be like, hey, look at my giant creatures. Because I think Red in multiple games has a Venusaur, a Blastoise, a Charizard, a Snorlax, and then 2 other Pokemon. And I'm like, I hate to be that guy. I think on an adventure of flying Charizard would be pretty neat. I think a giant turtle that can blast water from the back. Hey guys, we're in the desert and we're lost. Don't worry, my giant turtle can make water from its body, and we'll survive. Making a fire. Hey, Charizard's got that handled. We need some food to eat. Hey, Venusaur, can you get some plants going? They're pretty solid.
Imagine being on that team and you see this child just pull up what you would consider monsters, and they're listening to him.
Giant monsters.
Not even like tiny ones, but like a dragon, a giant turtle, and what are the other two?
Well, Venusaur is it's like a giant. It's not lizard, but it's like a giant frog-esque plant thing that does not hop. And Snorlax is just
a giant, like looking weird bear.
Yeah, that usually lies down on its back. Yeah. But the other Pokemon kind of shift in the other games. But is it a Dragonite? But yeah, he has like six Pokemon, but like the 3 starters from it's not Johto. I think Kanto's the first region, but the 3 starters from Kanto, Snorlax, and then like 2 other Pokemon. Like they're like what he typically has. I'm like, oh, that's cool.
All I'm saying is
also this kid doesn't talk, which makes it worse.
Oh yeah.
everyone else on my team talks.
Who are your people again? Like
Maui.
Maui will probably find that normal.
Samus.
Who's Samus?
Samus is the lady from the video game Mystery.
She'd probably find that suspicious.
No, she doesn't talk much either.
No, she'd probably find it suspicious though, because she seemed a little like cautious. I think for at least.
The doctor.
He would probably find that a little weird, but probably adapt.
The Silver Surfer.
He would think that's normal. Never mind, you're good. I think Sinbad, O'Connell, Finn might be like, oh, that's cool. The Predator will probably be like, I need to kill them. Laura Croft would be, I think, she would be like, what the heck? Or just like question the kid, like, hey, how do you do this? Like, where'd they come from?
Mm-hmm. Well, yes, this child does have special proprietary technology that makes monsters materialize from thin air. So
from a little sphere.
Yeah, man. So everyone be like, yeah, that's crazy. And that's our draft. Do you think we did all right? Do you think we did poorly? Who do you think will be the best adventure team? Tell us your picks in the comments. Now, on to the synopsis. We're reviewing Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark from 1981. Luckily, I owned this DVD, and yes, not a Blu-ray because I'm an old man. I own this DVD, so we got to watch it for free. But yeah, this movie's on Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, YouTube, Hulu, Sling, Amazon Prime Video. It's many places. It is 1936. Indy steals a statue from a South American temple hidden deep in the forest, dodging traps and colleagues who betray him but get killed themselves due to their lack of knowledge of ancient artifacts and the defenses designed to keep them safe. Indy is able to navigate the defenses safely and get to the statue, but mistakenly activates a large boulder when he fails to replace the correct weight of the statue on the mechanism. Now,
did this skip a lot? Did this skip a lot, or am I tripping?
What do you think it skipped?
Like how they got there. Okay, so, there's two things I want to point out for this paragraph. One of them, it starts off with people I did not recognize.
But one of them was Alfred Molina.
I don't know who that is.
Sorry, he's a phenomenal character actor. I as a child, find out about him through Spider-Man 2, but he's been in lots of stuff. This is his first movie role.
So regarding I know how is it Indiana Jones. I know how he looked, like the actor for him. Like
dog Indiana.
Okay, well, so yeah, and then to me, it just looked like it was a bunch of random people looking for this temple. And then, like at one point, this is not part of the 2 points, but the first point was I just all of a sudden there was all these random people, and they were looking for the tomb, and like they mentioned like a clan because they saw like I guess some like little pokies with like poison on it, which by the way, this guy, he grabs it, licks it, and then spits and is like, it's poison, it's only 3 days old. How do you know? Well, first of all, why are you licking it? Like, why are you licking it? And then second of all, you just gonna spit it out and it's okay?
Okay, I do love, because in my notes I says, ooh, I like how Alfred Molina knows how close people are from the taste of poison on their arrows.
Yeah, and then he goes like, if they wanted us dead, they would have killed us by now.
But at the end of this scene, they definitely try to do a murder. They try to do a group murder.
Here's the second part I'm referring to. I guess I was writing too much, or I was like deep and thought about something, and all of a sudden, when I look back up to the screen, all of a sudden Indiana Jones is there, and somebody's about to pull a gun on him, and he whips out his whip and goes, "Wacha."
Oh yeah, because in the beginning of the movie, first the Paramount logo shifts to a mountain that's real. I'm like, that's phenomenal transitioning, and then like every single guide that Indy has paid, like they run into some minor inconvenience and leave. And this is not a joke. The first guide that leaves, they're like cutting down vines, and then like they cut a vine. It shows like one of like open mouth faces that are carved into statues, and the guy sees this.
He screams.
Yeah, he screams and runs away. And I'm like, I don't.
It looked like what's it called? Where they're stacked on top of each other.
Yeah.
Tikis?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Looked like one of the tikis, and Heisei's like and just ran away.
So like, there's that one, and then like Indy, like we don't see Indy's face for a good minute.
Oh, that's why I didn't see him, and all of a sudden he's there, and I'm like, why are they attacking him? Like, how do you know he was there?
In the scene where the guy, like one of the guys that's with him, pulls a gun for some reason instead of just like leaving Indiana, because once again, Indiana doesn't know where to go. That's why he has guides. Yeah. So Indy pulls out his map, and he like it's like in 4 or 5 pieces, and one of the guys is like pulling out a gun. And then, like, Indy pulls out his whip, knocks it out of his hand, like wipes his face off with water. And Harrison Ford, like, steps forward into the light so we can see young, handsome Harrison Ford. And then we just have a bunch of mishaps because the guide with the gun is the second to last guy to leave. And now it's just young Alfred Molina and Harrison Ford. And Alfred Molina's like, what do we do, Indy? And then, like, there's a scene of a bunch of spiders getting on them when they come through the temple.
Put a pin on that. Spiders. Like, cobwebs and spiders. He's being shot at. Mm-hmm. He's getting those little poison pokies being launched at him.
Also, this has probably been mentioned many times, but if they didn't want people to steal their sacred idol, put a door. Just put a door. Put a door that can't be moved unless, like, it's like, oh, our sacred idol's in here. And, like, because, like, there's a little roof thing, so it's like light comes down on it. And, like, it's your sacred idol, so that's fine. But just put a door that no one can open this besides the tribe, you know? So then no one can steal your sacred idol. And they don't put a door. And then, like, what they do instead is they build pressure plates in the middle of the jungle inside this stone pyramid. And then after building pressure plates, they fill the pressure plates like with poison darts, and I'm like,
there you go, darts. I call them poison pokies.
But like they fill them with poison darts, and I'm like, not to be mean, do you guys refill these? Like, how many did you put into the ground for the pressure plates to push up with the air pressure to hit somebody?
They're unlimited because nobody comes through here a lot.
Well, maybe, but once again, poison gets old on stuff. So like,
apparently enough, you can spit it out in 2 seconds and you're fine, man.
But yeah, so like, let's say no one's come to the...
I'm pretty sure he sucked on that pokey. He was like, oh man, this is 20 years old. That scene frustrated me so much.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's 20 years old, it's like, oh, like maybe the poison like has soaked into the wood or something. Like, or like it's just weakened because you can't put too much on it. It could destroy the wood and then it'll be decrepit. I'm just like, oh, that's so weird. But then like Indy has the iconic scene of him being like, look, there's wall spikes. There's pressure plates.
Which, by the way, I'm like, this could be just me criticizing it too hard. You can tell which pressure plates were which.
Yeah, it's like a cartoon. It's like a cartoon where it's different colors.
The fact that, like, obviously, like, he took it off, and then
Also, Harrison Ford has to know which ones. If it looks like too normal, Harrison Ford can't tell, and he's out here getting hit by fake darts and whatever. That's not helpful. So
sucks to suck, man.
But then, people love this scene of Indiana Jones switching out the idol, and it's been used in so many things. But I don't know why it took me this long to put this together. Indy fails
a lot.
But no, true. But I mean, like, people like you've seen this a lot in stuff where someone like switches the weight out of something to something else, and then like the boulder comes or whatever, or the object comes chases them. I'm like, oh, so I mean, but like Indy failed. He didn't put the weight right, and then the trap got started, and then like they're running out of the temple. It's real fast. It's real fun. Alfred Molina betrays him, and Alfred Molina
he ends up dying.
No, but it's so dumb because so Alfred Molina and Indy in the beginning look at the traps, and one of them is wall spikes.
They did this iconic thing, which I'm not iconic, but like comedic relief thing, where like Indy was like basically playing hopscotch with the with the stepping stones on which not to step, and then when he made it there, the guy's just kind of like biting his nails. He does that iconic scene where he's like sweating and biting his nails as Indy's trying to take the idol off the podium. And once he gets the item out, he wipes his sweat off. Yeah. And it's like, all right, we got it, let's go.
Hey man, that's what you get from doing a star stage. Yeah, you gotta learn to play the room. But yeah, like legit, Alfred Molina betrays him. And he's like, throw me the whip. And he's like, no, Indiana Jones, give me the idol. He takes the idol, blah, blah, blah. But like, Alfred Molina gets hit by wall spikes. And I'm like, hey, I understand that stuff is coming down. Did you forget? Like, we walked by this. He
was so excited to get that idol. Like, he got so excited, he forgot about the danger.
And I'm just like, nah, man, for me, as long as I'm inside this death trap of a temple, I would not forget.
Well, no. Okay. While escaping the boulder, Indy is concerned by the Jovitos, the local tribe who are led by Dr. René Belloc, an arrogant French archaeologist who is a longtime rival and enemy of Indy's. Indy has to give the statue to Belloc. Indy flees and is rescued by Jock, flying a seaplane. Indy reckons Belloc is taking it to Marrakesh. Marcus Brody, is Indy's best friend and the curator of a museum back home, and buys the antiques that Indy rescues for the museum. Indy uses the funds to pay for the travel expenses across the world.
Now, this is one. It goes into the tribe very quickly in the paragraph, but legitimately, Indy comes out. Okay, so the guides take Indy to the temple. The guides betray Indy, every single one of them, and then Indy, one of the guy who tried to shoot him, is back outside the temple, but he falls down, and he has a bunch of poison darts in his back, and I'm like, okay, cool. And then
the fact that Belloc is controlling the local tribe because he knows the language. And Indy says, too bad they don't know who you really are. And Belloc says, too bad you don't know the language.
Well, also, this is going to be as tough as I can make it. To me, because Belloc came to my tribe, talked to us, and told us about you. And what Indy looks like is an American in South America who came to our sacred ground to steal our idol that's surrounded by death traps.
But didn't he steal it too?
Belloc?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe, because all we see is Belloc take it from Indy, turn to the people and say something in a language that there's no subtitles on, so we don't know. So maybe he gave it back to him and whatever, but let's assume that maybe in the dead of night he took it back and gave it to somebody else, But from what we see Indy assume, he's taking it to somebody else, and then, I'm he could have just given it back, but I don't believe Belloc did. He works with Nazis in the rest of this movie, so I don't think he gave it back to him. But for me, it's just yo, my man,
So there's two. They're both French, right?
Who?
Both this guy and the other guy who tried to get with homegirl.
Marion?
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There was two of them.
Nope, same dude.
Oh, there's two of them.
No, there's not two Frenchmen in this movie. It's one dude.
But there was Belloc, and then Belloc, and then there's the other guy.
Who's the other guy?
I don't know, but he was trying. He's the one that gave the dress to Marion.
Yeah, that's Belloc.
There's no way.
It is same man.
So who's the other guy?
You have to tell me.
His name is Ernest. Or Arnold.
It's definitely
Arnold. His name is Arnold. That's the other guy.
I'm thinking of the Ernest movies, but with Arnold, the Arnold character, Arnold goes to jail.
His name is Arnold.
Okay.
But yeah. Apparently, just the hat got me. The other dude, Arnold also wears a circular hat. So I'm like, oh, they're the same person.
But like you said, you were definitely taking notes and not looking. You're like, no. But yeah. So, Indy to these tribesmen looks like an American coming to steal. And he's like, if only they knew you. And I'm like, yo, Indy, how about you?
Honestly, like, the more I think about Belloc, whatever his name is.
It's Belloc. Yeah.
I feel like maybe I'm hoping, because he seemed a lot more...
He seemed more chill than all the Nazis we saw?
He seemed more humane.
Just a little bit, yeah.
So I feel like maybe he could have given it back.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Okay, continue.
Then we see Indy teaching. And Indy is a better teacher than Explorer from what we see.
Oh, wait. Before this, the pen I was talking about, when he's escaping on that plane, mind you...
with Jock and the seaplane.
The clan is like... What's the name of the clan?
The
Jovitos. They're like running through and throwing those poison darts at them and like arrows and everything, and he's like holding on to like this whatever the plane is called, and they take off and he goes in the front seat, and
and there's a snake.
And my dude panics. Yeah. Like he panics so hard.
What's he gonna do? Jump out of the plane? Right.
Anyways, he panics and he tells them like, "I hate snakes." And I'm just like, okay, first of all, you're gonna tell me you almost got rolled over. You got betrayed, first of all. You almost got shot. You got betrayed. You almost got squashed by a rolling rock. And then before that, you had spiders on you and multiple spiders on you.
If I'm a Spider-Man, I become Spider-Man.
And then after that, again, you were held at gunpoint by a fellow architect. Was it architect?
Nope.
Explorer?
Archeologist.
Archeologist, there you go, archeologist. And then you get hunted down by a tribe and get shot at with poison darts and arrows, but a snake is what gets you?
Yeah, man.
I don't understand these fears.
And then, like, he comes back, we see him be a good teacher, and all these girls... He's not a bad teacher. He knows the subject he's talking about, and he clearly conveys the information very simplistically and very easily to digest.
Listen, there's just one part where a girl literally wrote love on one eyelid and you on the other, and she blinked so hard, and then my man lost his like composure a little bit.
Oh yeah, because he's a goofball. But like he's not a bad teacher. Like he's very...
see why he likes Marion.
Oh, not talking about that. But yeah, it's like, so he's teaching a class, and then like we see him talking to somebody, being like, "Oh, you didn't get the idol, blah blah blah," and I'm like, is it just me? Why do people want to steal this idol so bad? And 2, how did you find it? And 3, why do you guys want to steal the idol from this tribe?
Fortune, so much money, can make so much money. It's gold.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sacred.
That's cool. Whatever, man.
So much money.
Like, whatever. It's just a bunch of gold.
Did I mention money?
You did, but it's still just a bunch of gold. And I'm just like, let this tribe have their idol and move on about your business.
Let them live their lives, man. Let them praise this idol.
Yeah, like honestly, like there's no need to do anything like go to their home and steal the idol from their temple. But everyone seems so on board for it, and then they're like, "Oh no, Burlock got it, so now the wrong person will have it." I'm like, maybe this is just me. Maybe stealing people's sacred artifacts or people's culture and shoving it in a museum for your own personal gain is the wrong thing to do. The army officers meet Indy and explain that a German radio cable from Cairo to Berlin says the Nazis have discovered Tanis, an ancient city buried in a gigantic sandstorm in 1980 BC, and the possible burial site of the Ark of the Covenant on which Moses inscribed the Ten Commandments. It holds immense mystical power and can make Nazis invincible. The officers explained that the cable mentioned Indy's teacher, Professor Ravenwood. Indy believes that Ravenwood has the Staff of Ra headpiece. The headpiece mounted on the staff at a certain place at a certain time would point to the location of the Ark in a special map room with a miniature of the city on the floor. Now this frustrates me, because one, it's not just people in the army burst into the middle of a class and say, "Indiana Jones." It's like the class is over, and then I think Marcus comes back in, and Marcus is like, "Oh, hey, Army's here. They'll have some information."
No. Somebody leaves a table. Somebody leaves an apple on his desk, on Indy's desk.
Huh?
What's his name? Marcus comes up and grabs the apple, shines a little bit on his shirt, and then eats it.
Yeah, man.
It wasn't for you.
He's hungry. He's a hungry boy. Man. And then they talk to the people because they're like, "Oh yeah, we got this communique." About what's going on, from Cairo to directly to Berlin. That says this and that, and then Indiana Jones was like, "Oh, Ravenwood knows more than I do," but then Indy goes into full detail about stuff, and I think I said this to Mary. I'm like, did these army dudes not read the Bible? Like, this isn't most of the information he's giving you is from the Bible.
Some of the stuff that they said was very biblical, and I'm just like, you at least have to know the basics.
Well, it's the Ark of the Covenant, so it's a Bible artifact. But the thing is, these army men
another thing is first of all, you're not gonna tell me. Nobody in that department was like, hey, this is a reference to the Bible. Maybe we should look it up.
Mm-hmm. Like anything.
I understand the part that Indy said where you have to have two things where it hits the light and then that I can see why you would have a hard time, but yeah. But the other thing also is that when he starts going into full detail and stuff about it. Oh, sorry. Before this, they tell him that Belloc is teaming up with Nazis. One thing I have to say about Indy is that they may not be very good. They may be rivals because Belloc did take everything he gets. He does take it away. 2 examples we're giving of that. But Indy was just he may not be nice, but he's not gonna side with the Nazis.
Yeah, man. Archaeologists want to side with Nazis.
They have a similar goal, but he's not gonna side.
Mm-hmm.
Indy finds ex-girlfriend Marion in Kathmandu, who has the headpiece that point to the location of the Ark. Karen is Abner's Ravenwood's daughter. Karen says that Abner is
okay, pause. It goes from character name to actor name. Because Marion's is the character name. Karen's the actor name. Why? Why are we calling Harrison Ford Indy in the synopsis, but the lady who plays Marion, we start calling Karen by her real name?
Oh, don't worry, it goes back to Marion. Karen is Abner Ravenwood's daughter. Karen says that Abner is dead. Marion is angry at Indy for abandoning her, but joins his quest for the Ark for money. Indy promises her $5,000 for her help. They are followed by the Nazi spy Tot. Tot and the Nazis attack Marion to recover the headpiece. Indy intervenes, and a gunfight ensues, which sets fire to the bar where Marion works. The headpiece gets knocked around and falls into the fire. Tot burns his hand when he tries to pick the red-hot headpiece. Indy recovers the headpiece, and Tot has to retreat. Indy and Marion head to Egypt to find Belloc, helping the Nazis dig for the Ark. The Nazis capture Marion and try to smuggle her out of Cairo in a truck. Indy fights the goons and shoots the truck, which overturns and ends up in a fire explosion, leading Indy to believe that Marion is dead.
Many things about this. One, Marion being angry at Indy for abandoning her, like he's not a grown man and she was a teenager, is double wild. What's wild also is that
was a child.
Abner is dead, and if you don't remember, Indiana Jones a day before was sitting in his office, and the army's like, "We need to talk to Professor Ravenwood." I'm like, "Wait a minute, his daughter knows he's dead? You tell me there's no death certificate? You tell me the government doesn't have access to death certificates? You guys know this guy's dead. Why are we pretending like Abner's alive? You weirdos." Just be like, "Hey, Indy, your teacher, your not master, but like the person that trained you."
Predecessors after.
Yeah, but like the person that trained you, they literally they're dead. You know the most about this now. Can you tell us anything? But yeah, they're like, because literally the army guys are like, "Oh, can you find Abner? We can't find Abner." I'm like, "Look, he's passed. He's gone now."
Dead.
And then when we first meet Marion, it's a very good scene of Marion tricking people into thinking she's a small, weak woman who can't hold her liquor. And she wins a drinking contest. But also, I think Marion doesn't win the drinking contest because this is what happens. So they have a bunch of glasses empty of shot glasses, and they're on their like final 4. So the guy takes one, Marion takes one, and Marion pretends like they're too drunk, but they're not. So then the guy takes his final one, but does it like I think finishes, but passes out and falls over, and Marion doesn't drink their shot. And I'm like, wait a minute.
I guess because he passed out. So
yes,
made him out.
But here's the thing. That means he had more alcohol. So if she would have had the last shot and not passed out, to me, she would have won. But for me, if he had, like, let's say he had 10 shots. He passed out after 10. She had 9 shots. Yeah, you had 9 shots. Like, you don't win for drinking less alcohol. That's not fair. Drink your last shot and then see if you... Because if you don't pass out after the last shot, then you win. But they had 10. Because maybe it's Price is Right rules for this drinking game.
I don't think I can drink 10 of those back-to-back.
But yeah, it's like, maybe it's the Price is Right drinking game. To where it's like, if you drink and pass out, you win over, you lose automatically. I don't know. I don't live in that world. But for me, it's just like, yay, like they took the last shot and they did pass out. But like, you need to take your last shot and not pass out to win. But that doesn't happen. She gets her money.
I feel like she's also really bad at playing drunk.
I think she plays drunk just fine because the bit of her playing drunk isn't to make you think she's drunk. It's to be like, oh, I tricked you. It's like it's like when someone falls down and the fall looks fake, but then they do a tumble and they like jump up or whatever. The point of the fall isn't to make you be like actual worry that they're gonna fall down. It's to be a juxtaposition of from you thought I was hopeless falling, but now I'm over here tumbling and flipping and whatnot.
I guess.
So then Indy comes in after everyone leaves, which makes me upset because she said we're closed for the night, and then Indy, like a real jerk, comes in the door of a business that's closed.
All business, by the way. No, hi, how are you? How you been? How's your dad? Do you know the headpiece I'm talking about?
Yeah. And then she's like, I'll tell you in the morning, Indy. And now, this is just, I'm going to say this as simple as I can. If she knows her father, she knows that this headpiece is rumored to lead to the Ark of the Covenant. We're gonna sit because Indiana Jones knows all this information, so we're gonna assume Marion has a semblance of information that her dad knows. So Marion knows.
Does she not know anything about her? Or she just wasn't interested in it?
I have no idea, man. But for me, Marion should know that this headpiece leads to the Ark of the Covenant, and if she read a Bible, she knows what it does. So if Indy travels from America to wherever Kathmandu is to be like, hey, you got that headpiece still? And like assume that there's a reason and assume it's serious. Because she doesn't assume it's serious. She just assumes, he wants some information. I'll make him pay for it. I'll make him wait. And I'm just like, yo, my man, like this is just me being honest. If I had a divine weapon around and someone and I knew it was a divine weapon or like a key to a divine weapon, and someone's like, hey, you know that the one weapon key you have? Can I see that? And I'm like, do we need a divine weapon? What's going on? What's happening?
Why did they want it? Like they wanted directed to talk to God or something?
Why did the Nazis want a weapon that literally in the Bible says if an army marches with this, they are unstoppable?
I didn't know that part. I just thought, because Belloc only said it's a weapon where you can talk directly to God.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you really think God's going to listen to your selfish whims, though?
But yes, when you, in the Ark of the Covenant, when it was made in the Bible, the Israelites are supposed to march with it because, when they have it on the field, they are, it literally makes them invincible and unstoppable because they have, God's power back. So the Nazis wanted that because in real life, Hitler was a fan of the occult, and if he could have that, he'd be like, yeah. So, but yes, but yes, the Nazis want a weapon that makes them invincible. So then after that, Indy leaves, and Marion literally goes immediately to the headpiece, and I'm like, okay, dude, she could just Arnold
comes in.
Arnold scared straight. But yeah, the Nazi torture comes in because once again, another man walks to this woman's business, and after she says she's closed multiple times, it's like, I gotta come inside here. Yeah. I'm like, no, you don't. Come back tomorrow. What's Hitler gonna do? You need it. Wait. The business person said no. How could you go back the next day?
There's possible. A few things about like the next scene that he's gonna talk to about, and one of the things is, she tells him like does she feign ignorance or something?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah,
she feigns ignorance, and then when he threatens her, like they hold her and like he's gonna burn her face or something. She's like, "Oh, I'll tell you everything you want," like, and he's just like, "Oh, playing nice is already out the window," or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when he's about to burn her face. Indy comes in and like whips literally the whatever he had going to touch her face. And so,
a fire poker.
Yeah, so she ends up hiding. There's a few things about these scenes that kind of made me be like, y'all have to be smarter than this.
No, never.
One of them being like, obviously, is it a shootout, a gun down? What's it called?
Yeah, shootout.
Like a shootout, and everybody's kind of like pew pewing, and like it's basically like 5 against 1 because Indy's the only one that has a gun, and so he's like pew pewing, and Marion tries to like help by like hitting some people in the head with like bottles of alcohol, and there's this one point where Indy gets, I don't know, did Indy get held by one of the henchmen or?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, and there's one of the people that's there that he has like a very big like gun type. I don't know what it's called.
He has a very cold gun.
The one that does multiple bullets, not
the machine gun. Yes.
Yeah, he has like a type of machine gun with him, and
it goes.
And Arnold tells him like, "Oh, shoot them, shoot him," and then she's like, "Actually, shoot them both." And the other guy is still holding Indy. And I'm just like, bro, you're telling me you heard your boss just say you can shoot both of them, and you're still gonna hold me down? Like, okay, and then like that happens.
Your boss just told you to your face you're expendable.
Yeah, and there's that, and then other people heard this, and they're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna keep fighting against Indy.
Yeah.
And then the part where their fire starts breaking out because I forgot how fire broke out, but there's alcohol.
Probably the fire poker hit something. And then like there is alcohol around, so then alcohol like made it spread.
And then before all this, when Indy had first left, before Ernest came and got it, Arnold came and got it.
It's like
taken off.
It's like when you couldn't call Olivia Newton-John's character Sandy, you kept calling her Sally.
Yeah. So like before all of this goes down, she takes off whatever thing she has and she puts it like on like a table topper type thing or a cup or something. That's when they come in, fire breaks out, table gets dunked over as a defense for the pew pews, and that necklace, whatever jewelry, falls into where the fire's at. Here's the second thing where I feel like they could have been a lot smarter. Arnold decides that he sees this metal pendant inside fire, and he says, "Let me grab it with my hand."
Also, this is just me being honest, because we see Arnold in the desert have gloves on, and also since where Marion's bar is a snowy mountain, he has gloves in the pockets of his jacket. He could just throw in a glove and grab it. That's all he had to do.
Yeah,
I understand the point of this character is
the
he's
men
fanatical.
In this movie are not smart.
Yeah, but he's fanatical for his Fuhrer over here, so he went and grabbed it. But I'm like, but you have gloves, my man. Just think.
So fear, okay, tell that to your non-numbing pain sensors, because he's like, and then he runs outside and places his like now freaking 30-degree burn mark or whatever it's called, and places it in the snow. Like, that's gonna help.
It does help. It does help.
Anyways, these are one of, like, if I had to name the decisions that people made throughout this movie that were not smart, this would probably be like my 8th or 9th reason.
My for the part going to Egypt, my biggest thing that's not smart is, one, them coming to Egypt and a monkey coming up on Marion. And
spoilers, monkey dies.
Well, yeah, that's probably going to be in the sad. That's probably going to be in the thing. The monkey was working with Nazis.
How's that the monkey's fault? It just does what it's told.
I hear what you're saying, but there's also something called the Nuremberg trials, where hundreds of thousands of men said, oh, I didn't believe in the Nazi cause. I just did it because I was told to, because I had to. And then they look at the men and say, no, you have free will. You get to choose to follow Nazism, whatever, and you chose to be a Nazi.
Yeah, you chose to do it because you didn't want to die.
Yeah, understandable. But the other thing is, here's the thing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. The monkey was trained by its owner to help the Nazis. The monkey didn't come out of the, almost said woods, with the bears. The monkey didn't come out of like the desert or whatever and be like, you know what I really want to do? I want to help Nazis take over the world, you know? But for me, I'm just like, not to be mean, I don't feel bad about the Nazi monkey not being around anymore. The Nazi monkey was a spy. And also, we're not there to that part of the movie yet. But yeah, the Nazi monkey was a spy. We don't need that. But like, the weird part is, Marion is like the monkey when they first get to Egypt. She's like, I hate it. And then like in the next scene, Marion's like, you want some food? We're friends now, monkey. I'm like, what? Like, why are we just like, we don't know about this monkey?
She's very easy to move.
But we know nothing about it. Could not be vaccinated. It could bite the kid. Like, they're staying with
Sorry, as the wife of, was it Solomon? What's his name?
Salah
said, we keep the monkey for you. Like, you are a guest, you like the monkey, we keep him here.
He has like 5 or 6 kids. And I'm like,
a lot of kids.
I'm like, what's the monkey?
By the way, those kids are very bold, and like, we'll get to there.
What if the monkey bit one of the kids? Like, there's so many things, and we're just going to do that. So, like, we go to Egypt. We have the very fun scene of them bebopping through Egypt, and the people being like, "We got to get Indiana Jones," and you get a thing. Marion, when they first start the interaction with the bad guys, Marion is in the background hitting a guy with a pan.
Which clearly she's not really.
Yeah, no,
she's just moving it up and down.
Yeah, she is like tapping a man as light as possible, and I find it hilarious because they kept it in the movie because like she's not one to be a stunt actor. Yeah, up, but like she's just like slowly tapping or whatever, and then like Indy's like, "You gotta run away, Mary," and so she runs away. She gets captured, and Indiana Jones runs around, fighting people, trying to find her. The bad guys are smart, and they have her in a basket. So they go to like the middle of the bazaar that has a bunch of baskets, and Indy, like the jerk American he is, just starts knocking over baskets. Because I was looking at it, I was like, hey, basket.
Her basket is tied up.
Yeah, it has 2 ropes. All the baskets he knocked down had no ropes or 1 rope, and I'm like, so it's 2 ropes. So then he sees the basket. They get away. They get into a truck, and we as the audience see the truck is full of explosives. But then Indy doesn't see it, so he like chooses the truck, and like the guy, falls over, and then like the truck explodes, and Indiana Jones gets real distraught that this lady that he left and then came like back into her life, and the bar burned down, and now he brought her to Egypt, and she got exploded. And I'm like, oh, that's fun.
And we'll get to this one again when we get there.
Belloc meets distraught Indy, who thinks Marion is killed and boasts about finding the Ark. Belloc says that the Ark is a medium to talk to God. Indy goes to see a shaman who is reading the raw headpiece after both men have learned that Belloc and his Wehrmacht aide, Colonel Dietrich, have obtained a copy of the headpiece from Tolt's burned hand. The shaman reveals 2 critical facts. First, that the headpiece gives the precise height of the staff of Ra, and second, that the staff the Nazis used was too long, because Belloc only got one side of his hand burned on the inscription. So their excavation is over a mile away from the Ark's actual burial site, which is known as the Well of Souls. Indy enters the map room himself and deduces the correct location of the Ark. Now, this paragraph skips over how we see when Belloc meets Indy. Indy is really sad and distraught because he thinks his friend's dead. By the way,
he's the only. Well, to be fair, this is the only time I've seen it in movies like this, on like Bonds, where you don't even know that the first lady got killed. But whatever. We don't even think about her anymore. She's not even a mention.
You've only seen one Bond film, so I love how you're like, hey, Moonraker has to be a clear cross-section of how James Bond is.
Anyways, like, Bonds, Jones actually seems like he's very distraught. He just, either he lost a love of his life that was, like, too late, or he lost a dear friend. One of those two, but he looks very distraught. Belloc. He finds him. He does rub it in. This is what I mean that the kids like Salah's children are bold. Because there's that one point where, like, Indy's about to be like, you know what? Like, how about we both go meet God? And he's about to, like, did he pull a gun on him or something?
Yeah, he did.
He pulled a gun, and then all of a sudden, the people around him pull, like, guns on him. Salah's children literally come up, and they're like, Uncle Indy. And they're like, oh, it's time to go. It's time for dinner. And they literally pull him away from the area. Like, these kids have no fear.
Well, also, I hate to be that dude. Maybe I don't want to see my dad's friend get shot. But two, I love how the men in the room like laugh at Indy. I'm like, this is my first thought. You tell me how many people come try to stop you from getting shot. Because I know for a fact 6 people did it for me. What's the answer for you, lonely dudes, huh? But Locke's not going to stop it. None of the dudes next to you are going to stop it. I'm lucky. I'm the luckiest guy in this room. I'm loved outside of archaeology. What are you nerds? Like, laugh at me all you want. I'm going to have good food and be chilling. But then the monkey's owner, it's not funny, is a eye patch man because we need visual evil.
Do we ever see him again after the monkey dies? I don't remember seeing him afterwards.
No. You sure don't. He's lost his usefulness. You don't see him after the monkey. So legit, like what happens is the monkey goes to him when Indy's just because like Indy's playing with the monkey because Marion likes the monkey even though not their monkey, and the monkey goes to his owner, but Indy doesn't notice because like he's so sad and angry and Balak is like talking to him, so he doesn't notice. So then there are multiple times where the monkey wants to go back to the owner, and the owner's like, no, you stay over there. So then when they're back at Salah's home, there's a time where Salah's kids are getting dates, and like it irritates my soul.
The owner of the monkey,
breaks into the house, and the kid doesn't notice. I'm like, how do you not notice the door being open?
Well, he noticed the door, but he thought it was weird. But he was like, oh well.
Okay, and you're not wrong. You are very correct. He does notice that, but for me, I'm just like, this is just me being honest. I lived in a house with 4 kids. If someone walked in, we would have known. There's 6 kids in that house.
Not if they made it to your eyesight or earshot.
You think that man was quiet?
Yeah, because he only opened the window and nobody else was around. And then he opened the window.
Door? What? Window. He walked in through the door.
It looked like one of those like.
He didn't like crawl in through a window. He walked in through a door.
It looked like one of those shutter doors. Windows. That's what I was thinking.
Shutter windows?
Yeah, you know, with like the cowboys.
Yeah, I know what you mean, but my brain doesn't quantify those as shutter doors. It quantifies those like swinging doors. But you know, like because when you said window, my brain's like, my man definitely walked into the room not through a window. Because if this man would have crawled through like a window and like fell on his butt, I would have been laughing my head off.
Yeah, the kid came back and
the kid's like, oh man,
the kid was like, thought I closed the door, and then they closed the door back and took the dates.
Yeah, and then after that, they're about to the shaman comes in and is like, hey, those Nazis only have one part of the inscription. And Indy and Salah are really excited, and they're about to eat dates because Indy's been eating dates the entire time he's in Egypt. Like he doesn't trust the food, and he's like, whatever, I'll eat these high fiber fruits, whatever. And he throws one up to eat it, and then Salah catches it, and Salah points to the monkey who's dead on the thing of dates, and then because it says that he got to the map room, they go to the dig site. They sneak into the map room with the staff with the right height. The sun comes just in time. It's like Indy doesn't have to wait too long. They do it just in time. And then they find the magical spot where the Well of Souls is.
Indy finds Marion while hiding from the Nazis. He leaves Marion in the Nazis' possession, so not as to arouse suspicion, and then proceeds to dig in the actual site where the Ark is buried. The dig reveals a chamber full of snakes. Indy uses fire. Uses fire to carve a path inside the chamber. Salah, Indy's friend in Egypt, follows, and the two eventually find the gigantic chest that is the Ark. I actually found this part funny, and I kind of laughed a little bit too hard than what I should have. But in the beginning of the movie, we mentioned that one of the people who was helping Indy get to the tomb for the idol, they saw a tiki and they yelled and went, ah, and then ran away as, ah. Salah had me cracking up because obviously, like, it was thundering. It looked like it was raining. It was lightning, whatever it's called. And so they opened the like what they opened the whatever it is, and it's dark. And Salah is like has his face deep in there in like the gap, and all of a sudden there's lightning, and you see like one of the statues, and Salah does the manliest yell I have heard anyone do in movie, and then he goes, "Oh, sorry, I got scared."
But yeah, then we get the iconic scene of Indy's being like, snakes, anything but snakes.
Oh, and then the other thing was that Salah saw the snakes too. He's like, oh, those are very poisonous too, dangerous. And then he goes, all right, Indy, you go first.
Hey, it's Indy's adventure. You go on in there, Indiana Jones.
This is your job. They pay you for this, not me. Got whole 6 kids and a wife.
Meanwhile, Marion seduces Balak and tries to escape Nazi captivity. Marion is again captured by a toad. Balak then notices a team working in a portion of the city that he has not authorized and asks Dietrich to gather his troops. The Nazis throw Marion into the chamber and set fire to it. Man, this synopsis loves jumping. Indy follows the snakes in the chambers, which leads to a German airfield. Marion and Indy escape by fighting off the Nazis with a fighter plane. Indy then hooks up with Salah to trace the Ark, which is being taken to Cairo in a truck, and takes it back from Nazis after fighting off the armed escorts around the truck.
So that's actually something I forgot to mention when Indy found Marion. I told Samuel I would be kind of upset if someone did this to me where you found there's 2 reasons to this. Because Indy found her, he was about to untie her, and then he goes like, oh, if I take you with me, it'll look suspicious. Like, oh, but if you stay and you know that I'm here, it's gonna look suspicious too.
Well, don't be suspicious.
And so he tells her like, hey, I'm gonna leave you here, and he starts tying her back up. Wait, was he untying her or stops tying her?
No, he took the gag out of her mouth, then he just put the gag back on.
Yeah. So she was very upset, highly upset, right? As she should be.
Yeah.
I told this to Samuel. If that were to happen to me, a part of me would be like, hey, I trust you. I hope you're going to come back for me, right? The other part of me is, if it were her position where it looked like they had a breakup or something and you did that to me, I would be kind of upset. I'd be like, okay, well, first you left, then you bring me, then I get brought here, and then I get kidnapped, and now you find me, you're going to leave me again?
Well, technically, it's first you broke up with me and left me. Then you come back into my life to burn down my bar. Then you drag me across the world for an arc I don't know anything about, and then I get kidnapped, and then you leave me as soon as you find me. And then, like in the synopsis, it's like Balak noticed that Nazis throw Mary into the chamber. Like, no. What happened?
Balak had a thing for her, like. He was trying.
Yeah, man. Balak is Indy's age. All these men have a thing for women who are younger than them.
Hey, all I'm saying is that I feel like if the circumstances were different, Miriam would have probably gone with Balak.
Yeah, man. If Balak wasn't working with Nazis, Miriam might have liked him as well. But yeah, like, Balak gets her like a special flowy dress, which I'm like, why do you have this in camp? You're surrounded by dudes. The 2, Marion like fake drinks again, or she drinks for real, but she plays drunk again, and she's like, I'm going to escape. And then the Nazi torturer comes in and is like, we meet again for a line. I'm just like,
don't worry. She then sits on Balak's lap.
Well, yeah,
she's finally dressed.
She has to be saved. She has to be saved from the Nazis.
Hey.
And then the Nazis, like, Balak's like, hey, those guys aren't digging where we are. So then, like, they throw Marion in the hole where Indy already is. And they're like, hey, Indy, thanks for getting the Ark for us, stupid. And they throw Marion in there. Like, you both can go in there. And there's just this whole scene of being like, oh, hey, thanks for coming in. Let's try to escape. Indiana Jones because being an archaeologist is about destroying people's culture and special items. He pushes over a statue to destroy a wall. And I'm like, why are we destroying people's stuff? And then there's a phenomenal action scene where Indy runs, like they go to the airfield. They get into the, Marion gets into the plane first.
Yeah, somebody gets turned into ground meat.
A giant bruiser of a man gets hit by a propeller at the end of a scene because Marion's like using the machine gun on the plane and all this stuff. But then after Marion gets captured again, there's a phenomenal action scene where Indy he takes the truck that the Ark is in and he starts pushing Nazis off the road and taking guys out, and he fights the guys out of the truck and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, this is a real cool scene. But yeah, it ends with Marion captured again and Indy being like, I got the Ark, but what do I do?
You're stuck. That's what you do.
That's not a thing to do. Indy takes it to U.S. via ship, but a Nazi submarine captures it back and takes it to the top of a mountain on an island.
Did you talk about that car scene, like the truck scene fighting, trying to get the Ark back?
I brought it up briefly because it was a very good action scene. Like after the plane scene where they're shooting up the Nazi trucks and the gas spills out and they have to try to escape the explosion, and the big guy gets he's getting the best of Indiana Jones until the propeller hits him. I talked to I didn't, but the part where Indy gets on a horse like an old Western cowboy, catches up to the truck, pulls one guy out, fights the other guy off. He has to climb on the truck, not get squished into the car.
There are, as I said, there are some things. There are multiple things in this movie where I feel like the men were just not making smart decisions.
Yeah.
One of them is in this scene too.
Eminem, or one of them?
One of them. M&M's, my favorite. Not my favorite candy. They're okay. One of them being when, I don't know who it was. Was it I guess it was I don't know. It was a soldier or something. He's the one driving, and he's trying, he takes Indy off the wheel, and he gets Indy into the passenger side and starts whacking where he got shot, which Indy's like, oh, ow, 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 and he
Indy got shot in the arm.
Yeah, and then somehow Indy ends up getting at the front of the truck, at the front, literally at the front.
Yeah, on the grill.
On the grill.
I think he gets thrown out of the front because they broke the glass, so he got thrown out of the front, and so the driver's trying to speed up to crush him between the truck and the first car and the motorcade, but Indy slides down the piping on the truck to then come back around and then take the man and throw him out of the truck. Because all Indy does in the truck is just hit people. He just hits people off the edge or off the edge of the path and runs them in the mountain.
I feel like there could have been a better way to get Indy off the car without having to go through all that.
Probably, but then if they did that, then movie wouldn't happen.
That's true, but again, not very smart decisions because Indy comes in on a horse. He comes in on a horse. He does. Guys. He's not coming in on some type of motorbike. He's not coming in on some other truck. This man is coming in on a horse, and he speeds up. He doesn't speed up. He goes hiya to the horse in order to get closer. Listen, they saw him coming. They saw him. I know probably trying to be safe with animals, which is totally love that. But you guys could have just sped up. The horse can't keep up with you. You could have sped up, or
Indy has 1 horsepower.
He literally, or you could have just you could have shot him while he was on the horse. There's multiple things that could have happened. I understand it's for the movie plot, but there are multiple things that you guys could have done to prevent this. And a lot of you guys, the way how they went about it, okay, yeah, I get it. It's not current, I don't know about, I wouldn't know actually, so I take that back. I don't know how current, army trucks are. I don't know if, they have this, but, I'm assuming that maybe now, and then, I don't know. They don't have, the thing where you can, just talk through each other, or like the little window thing. I don't know what they're called. But in this one, like they literally, I'm not gonna say climbed through the sides of like the cloth plastic like sides of it. And they thought that would be a good idea.
Yeah, stop Indiana.
And Indy was like shaking them off. But they were like, hey, that's a good idea.
I just saw my friend get squished between a rock and a truck and then fall down to their doom. I'm going to do it too. I'm like, that's a bad
Yeah, and then one of them got like stuck on a tree or something like that.
And then Benny Pratt falls in the
and then there was one more where they had guns, and that's how Indy got shot, but somehow they also ended up falling.
Yeah. Because Indy, he wrestled the guns away, and then he pushed him out of the car.
The car where Belloc was, they could have done something to help.
No.
But all they kept doing was driving in front. Like, if they so desperately wanted the Ark, they would have, like, swerved around and, like, try to get to help the other man, or whatever. Anyways, just not very smart decisions, in my opinion.
And then this synopsis only talks about it very briefly. But yeah, like Indy and Salah talk to this man who's technically a pirate, and they're trying to smuggle the Ark out of there, and like Indy and Marion have their room together because the main lead needs to have his female lead, and then
don't worry, they definitely get that.
They got her another female dress, and my thing is still same question I had with Balak. Balak was in an encampment full of men, but he had this female dress just around. And then this pirate ship has no females in the crew, but they just have this female dress around. And I'm just like, if I was Marion, I would be like, hey, y'all, I don't see you guys with a washing machine on this boat. What woman wore this dress before me? But like, she's wearing the dress. Indy and her are talking, or whatever. I think they kiss or whatever. After
more than kiss.
Well, no. Technically, what we see is Indy's injured, and like he's complaining that it hurts, and Mary's like, "I'm gonna dress your wounds because I used to do that anyway." Blah blah blah. And like they kiss or whatever, and Indy falls asleep.
Why does she wake up naked?
Once again, we are to assume from movie language that they probably had sexual intercourse, but from what we see, Indy is in pain from all the adventuring.
What really happened was that Indy fell asleep, and then being in a boat with no conditioning, Marion got hot.
Yeah.
So she thought her best bet was to go birthday suit.
Yeah, right. But legit, like also by Marion, like I said, where are all these men getting all of these dresses for these women and surrounded by men? But yeah, like legit.
Hey, it doesn't stop them from having a good time. So
what we see is Indy and her on the boat. They have a talk. Indy's hurt. She like puts alcohol on it and like brandies his wound. She kisses him, and then he falls asleep. And then we, like you said, the next scene is the Nazis coming up with their U-boat. But like legit, it's her. I think that's what they're called. I think Nazi submarines are called U-boats. But I'm just like, but like legit, you see, like you said, Marion is like naked, and I'm like, did she just get naked? And she's like, well, he's sleeping. I can be naked now.
Also, like, when I feel is it the Nazis?
Yes.
When they come up to the pirate ship, and they can't find. I was about to say they can't find Bonds. They can't find Jones. They found Marion so quick.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, it is the one woman on board.
She was found so quick. It wasn't even like she didn't even try. I don't even know if she was trying to hide what happened, but they caught her so fast.
Yeah.
Like. She would suck at a game of hide and seek.
Especially from Nazis or pirates.
Yeah, so they found her. Who was the guy that was the captain of the ship?
I don't know his name.
But he played it off, and he was like, "Oh, we killed Jones," and they couldn't find him, because Jones actually knows how to hide. And so they're like, "Oh, we're gonna keep the woman, and they're gonna have basically make business with her."
Make business, but you're not wrong. They said they're gonna go and sell the lady, whatever. So then the Nazis take her because Balak wants her around.
And then picture.
Okay, and this is what irritates me. So then we see that Indiana Jones has swam from the pirate ship to the Nazi U-boat.
No. This is what happened. The crew tells the captain of the ship, "Hey, we can't find Bonds. We can't find Jones." And then he goes, "Check again." And then one of them, very like, "It's a bird" moment.
Yeah.
"It's a plane." They go like, "Oh, there he is." And they point, and he's just now making it to the ship.
Yeah, but the thing is, and I said this to you when I first watched it, I'm like, okay, so let's assume this U-boat doesn't go underwater, which would be nonsensical. It's submarine. But let's say this boat doesn't go underwater because it doesn't need to. They don't need to do that.
Underwater, because if he did,
how did Indy hold his breath for that long?
No, because it said he was. It looked. It showed he was on the ship.
Yeah, it showed that he was hanging on to the outside.
But he got in.
How did he get inside?
I remember him getting in.
I remember him being on the outside. So when they get to the island, he like gets off the ship real fast and hides, and that's how he steals a Nazi uniform. Because the one he finds is too small. So then he beats up a man that's his size, and he takes his.
Yeah, uniform. That guy was lecturing him about it, and he just rolls his eyes and goes like, "I'm just gonna beat you up."
Yeah, but yeah, for me,
really, because I might have to rewatch that part because I remember him punching someone going in. But if this is a submarine and he just held on, dude, my guy is Aquaman.
Well, that, and I was like, if it, like I said, maybe it didn't go underwater or whatever. But Indy
has a special superpower nobody knew about.
And I'm just like, what did he do? So yeah, now so then they got to the island. He stole a uniform, and then they're walking to a certain place because the Nazi guy is like, I don't believe in these Jewish rituals about blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, so you believe in the Jewish weapon that you have, but you don't believe in the Jewish rituals to use the weapon? That's weird. Because the Jewish thing's in front of you, but the rituals to use it, you don't make, okay, sure. So then Indy, they're walking up the mountain, and he gets a rocket launcher, and he's like, I'm going to shoot a rocket at you guys if you guys go any further. And it seems like Marion doesn't seem worried, which I'm just like, she gets a smile on her face and run towards Indy. And I'm like, you understand.
Because her man's is there to save her. By the way, this scene frustrated me so much. And I don't know, maybe, I don't know if maybe they were trying to do a damsel in distress type thing here, but...
She was in distress a lot, man.
She was. And the thing was, though, that Indy, as Samuel said, Indy literally threatened them, if you don't get back the girl?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna throw this missile at you.
Sorry. When I picture no rocket launcher, it's just an Indiana Jones holding a missile like a football.
That's right.
If you don't get to, I'm throwing this missile.
This rocket launcher, and then Belloc, it goes like, do it. Also, the reason why I bring this up is because when they were talking in Egypt, Belloc basically told him, I am a mirror of you, and I know you, you are like me, type stuff. Uh-huh. So, in this scene where he has the rocket launcher, Belloc gets it, he's like, all right, do it. If you want to do it, do it. It's right there. Go ahead. See if you want to. And this is the part that frustrates me because Indy doesn't do it. He becomes a captive. So much for saving a woman that he says he potentially loves or cares for.
Yeah, man, so much for shooting that woman with a rocket launcher. What a soft man Indiana Jones is.
He didn't seem to care about that. Miriam was basically like,
Miriam was running towards him away from the rocket. Miriam was being smart and be like, if I move away from these Nazis, I won't get shot with this rocket.
Anyways, I feel like he could have gone a different way about it. But he could have shot it at Forrest, the door where the mountain was or something. But no, just you're right. I don't want to destroy it.
I'm an archeologist first.
That's crazy. For someone who doesn't believe in God, he really tried to get his hand on this.
Yeah, man. He didn't believe in the idol either that he was trying to steal from South America.
At an elaborate ceremony atop the mountain, Indy and Marion, tied to a pole, can only watch as the Ark is opened. But it contains nothing but sand, the remains of stone tablets. No sooner is it opened, however, than its spirits suddenly appear. Indy and Marion remember an ancient code that requires people to close their eyes and not look at the now freed spirits. Withstand the mayhem that ensues as the energy of the Ark surges forth and its spirits attack the now terrified Nazis, killing the entire contingent and destroying Belloc in a gruesome fashion. The energy mass surges high into the sky before returning to the Ark and resealing it, leaving Indy and Marion drained but freed.
Oh, okay. One, this is not me being funny. I don't feel this ceremony is that elaborate. Two,
it's elaborate because souls came out.
Oh, no. But
it's elaborate because it has God's name in it.
Well, that's very true. The problem I also have is this. This is very, very true.
There's a funny scene I wanna say in this. I thought was hilarious.
Marion didn't remember. Indy's yelling,
that
like,
is
close
true.
your eyes.
Yeah, Marion that is true. I wanted to say Marion knew nothing about any of this. She was like, she did not know nothing.
Exactly.
Homegirl was just there for the ride.
Yeah, she didn't know anything. She was just going along, being like,
she was there for the money.
I got a monkey friend.
She was there for getting kidnapped. She was there for getting a free dress.
Yeah, two free dresses.
A ship ride.
Yeah, but like legit. So Indy's like, close your eyes. She's like, what? Close your eyes.
Don't open them, Marion.
Yeah.
Don't open them.
So then it happens, and you see some great special effects of Nazis' face melting and people going crazy.
Which,
and
by the way,
and whatever.
Oh yeah, there's this one where like Ernest was getting like, he was getting, I guess, melted. And so look, for those that who are new to whatever,
who don't use a Bible,
who don't know about the DVDs and stuff, when the movie starts, or like before the movie can start, there's like a title menu, and the way I'm assuming all movies do this because it's been a while, but it has like previews or like snippets of like parts in the movie, and there's this one part where it has Ernest at the beginning, like, and then all of a sudden it looks like he turned into a firebender.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden there's fire in front of him. And I realized that scene was from when the Ark was opened.
Mm-hmm.
And during the snippet of like the title screen, it looked like he became an airbender because all of a sudden there was fire. So I thought it was like, oh, he opened the Ark and then he became some type of avatar because of the power. No, he didn't. He was no firebender. He combusted in fire.
Yeah.
That was the thing,
he just combusted. And it was wild.
Just the way the snippet, how it was, just made it look like he became a firebender. So.
But yeah, like legit. So the spirits come out. They kill all the Nazis.
And they're
and then it closes. And India.
They sound kind of like the voices from Dante's Inferno.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
that's what they sound like.
But yeah, Indy and Marion untie themselves, and I'm like, wait a minute. You guys telling me the Nazis tied you up so poorly you can just untie yourself? That's worthless. But then, like, they
untied themselves?
Yeah. How did they get out?
I thought they became loose. The ghost loosened.
The ghost loosened. Hey, I know you.
Because they were swarming them. They were going around them too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they were, but it's like, yeah, hey, I know you still.
Like, oh, I'm gonna loosen up here.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna loosen up over here.
That's. And I said this to Mary after the movie. Indiana Jones has proof that God exists.
And he's like, nah, fam, it was just a coincidence. It was just a coincidence.
Like, because
those things that we saw, psychosis.
Because what makes it worse, you haven't seen Temple of Doom, but Temple of Doom is technically a prequel to this movie. And in Temple of Doom, there are magic stones where Indiana Jones says magic words, and the stones heat up and hurt the main bad guy in the movie. And I'm like, so Indiana Jones has interacted with magic in this world. He's interacted with God's power directly, and he saw him kill a bunch of Nazis. And Indy's like, I'm just not going to talk about God or anything. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Just watch God's power be real. And you're just like, I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Tell everybody. Hey, guys, I know what happens next. I know which one's the right one.
Is he just against the occult?
Maybe.
Like, kind of reminds me of this one character from an anime. But I'm not going to get into that right
now. Weeks later, Indy and Marcus feud with the army officers over the whereabouts of the Ark. Indy angry that the army has no idea what it has in the Ark. Though it appears they in fact do understand what they have, as the Ark is sealed in a large crate and stored anonymously in a gigantic government warehouse, never to be seen again.
Honestly, I kind of want to agree with the scene where it looks like they kind of have an understanding of it, because there's a lot of other top secret stuff they have back there. It was just a warehouse unending. And I have this little old man just pushing the cart and like trying to put it in the spot.
Oh no, it's in a forklift, isn't it? No, I think you're right. I think it's pushing it because it's just top secret. But also, does that mean that in this universe, Hitler's looking for a bunch of occult stuff, and like the Americans stopped him from getting it? So now we just have a warehouse full of occult things, or things that have power that we just don't use for anything.
Hey, never mind. Maybe.
Why'd you say never mind?
I was gonna say something
else, but yeah, it's just like. Once again, the Ark of the Covenant, we saw it kill the Nazis. So I'm like, yo, like this is a weapon, and we can use it to kill the Nazis and whatever. And they're like, yeah, that's it, yeah, that's it, that's all. Yeah, keep those eyes shut.
I guess at this point, it'll literally lead you to keep if you open your eyes, curiosity killed the cat, huh?
Pretty much, yeah. How much do you think this movie cost to make?
Let's see. I'm going to go with $1.5 million.
Ooh, it costs $20 million to make.
Okay, I was in the millions, so that's all I care about. That's all I care about.
If any of these movies are under $1 million, that would be wild. Okay, what do you think box office was for this?
How much was it for making it?
$20 million.
$20 million? $5 million?
You think Indiana Jones was a flop?
That's a flop? $5 million is a flop?
If I spent $20 million to make it, and then I make $5 million, yes.
Sorry. I totally misunderstood that. I don't know, 30, 40?
Okay, I feel like I've talked to you about this. I was gonna say this on the podcast. When you hear the budget of a movie, assume that it's twice as much because of advertising. So if Indiana Jones made
40 or 60.
Yeah, if it made $40 exactly, it's probably breaking even. This movie made $389.9 million.
That is not more. That's not 2 or 3 times.
No, it's not. It's much more. But yeah, when you talk about budgets for movies, like if I say I spent $1 million on a movie, assume
this movie did really well. It's during its time. It didn't.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Also, you kept calling him Bond, and like. George Lucas wanted to make a cool James Bond that wasn't a spy but archaeologist. So
Bond.
Yeah. So
I kept calling Ernest. No, Albert.
Arnold.
One of those two names.
You kept calling him Ernest. But yeah, so this movie. So this movie made this movie made a bunch of its money back. So some fun facts about this movie, because there are plenty of them. The famous scene in which Indy shoots a marauding and flamboyant swordsman was not in the original script. Harrison Ford was supposed to use his whip to get the sword out of the attacker's hands, but the food poisoning he and the rest of the crew had made him too sick to perform the stunt. After several unsuccessful tries, Ford suggested shooting the sucker. Steven Spielberg immediately took him up on the idea, and the scene was successfully filmed.
Food poisoning?
Yeah. Oh, see, I know this fact already. Yeah, they got food poisoning in Egypt. So then that's why he looks so sweaty and tired in those scenes. My man's pushing through food poisoning.
I bet he had to go crap a lot. Dang.
yeah. Food poisoning definitely.
Him and the crew, like everybody got the. Oh no! Even the director.
I don't know if Steven Spielberg got it.
So wait, what scene was taken out?
Taken out the one scene in the bazaar where they're running around and there's the bad guys, and then the guy in the black outfit comes around twirling his sword, and Indy just pulls out his gun and shoots him, and then everyone cheers afterwards. That scene is supposed to be a big fight, but then he's just like, I'm just gonna shoot the dude.
Okay. Dang. Okay.
While filming the snake scene inside the Well of Souls, a python bit first assistant director David Tomlin's hand and wouldn't let go. Tomlin calmly asked someone to grab the python, still attached to his hand, by the tail and whip it so that the snap would send a wave up the snake's body and force it to let go. A stagehand did just that. The python released its bite from Tomlin's hand, and Tomlin got medical attention. The python itself was not injured.
Yo, that's poor snake. Well, they were real snakes. It's not like they could fake it. But I'm assuming, like, what was he? What did you say he was?
What was it? The assistant director?
Yeah, was he, like, just bobbing around, or was he, like, helping direct?
Well, probably he's on set.
Oh, assistant director? Oh, I wonder what he does. Yeah. Dang. I'm assuming he's okay if they didn't say anything else about it.
Well, yeah.
Thanks for giving... Don't worry, the snake was perfectly fine.
The out-of-control airplane actually ran over Harrison Ford's knee, tearing a ligament in his left leg. Luckily for him, the heat had turned the rubber tires soft, so it did not crush the bone.
Oh,
Rather than submit to Tunisian healthcare, Ford had his knee wrapped in ice and carried on.
Okay, so filming this movie is just bad juju.
That's not true. They got food poisoning. You got a crushed knee.
And then
got snake bites.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's so unfortunate. And it's for a movie based off on God. Jeez.
Well, I think it's based off of Indiana Jones and James Bond, but yeah, okay.
Oh, well, like the theme behind it.
Yeah, it's true.
Eesh.
During the scene where Indiana threatens the Nazis with the Panzerfaust, you can clearly see a fly creeping into the mouth of Paul Freeman. That's Block.
Hey! Hey, I was like, Samuel was like, no, it's the thing. I'm like, no, he ate a fly. My dude ate a fly. Protein.
Yeah, man. Contrary to popular belief, he did not swallow it. Freeman explained in an interview years later that the fly flew off at about the instant he uttered the word bad, but Steven Spielberg noticed it and said it would be funny to cut out a few frames so the fly would not be seen flying away. This made it look as though Freeman ate it, and he found the edit highly amusing. Empire Magazine chose this scene as one of the most common scenes where people press the pause button on their VCRs.
That's so mean.
What a joke to play on somebody. And they're ever going to think you ate a bug.
They sure did. They sure did.
The spirit effects at the climax were achieved by shooting mannequins underwater in slow motion through a fuzzy lens to achieve an ethereal quality. Then, renowned British wrestler Pat Roach dies twice in this film, once as the giant Sherpa left in the burning Nepalese bar, and once as the German mechanic chewed up by the plane's propeller. Also, that man, I believe, plays another big guy in Temple of Doom, so he's just coming back for more. Now, you've heard some of our opinions on the movie, so now I want to head on down to Mama's Corner so we can get an opinion from my mother. I am a scaredy cat when it comes to certain music and movies. It was suspenseful, and I did not want to see any snakes at all. Raiders of the Lost Ark with Harrison Ford is a classic treasure hunter's suspense. Never a dull moment. It keeps you engaged, sitting on the edge of your seat. Now, I feel like I know your answer, but now at the end of every podcast, we get to say, hey, Miri, would you recommend this movie?
Maybe. It wasn't, I think it was more comedic than anything. I still believe that for some reason I thought you were pulling out a snake, and I was like, why do you have a snake?
What a terrible joke to have, just have a random snake. But would you recommend the movie?
Maybe. Maybe. Again, it's more comedic than it is anything, which is fine. I don't have anything against that. I think the only thing that got me was, like, these men make poor decisions every time. So.
I would definitely recommend Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. I would definitely recommend Temple of Doom, but we're not there yet. But yeah, like, this is a phenomenal movie. You want to see adventure? You want to see James Bond, but sleeping around less? Then watch this goofy movie of a goofy man bumbling around town, making no impact, because if Indy didn't find them or anything, they would still find the Ark and still get attacked.
Maybe that's why he doesn't talk about the Ark, because he technically has no impact, and therefore, if there's no impact, that's why he doesn't talk about God.
My man is just a selfish small boy. And that's the end of our show. Next week, we'll be watching The Four Seasons. You know anything about that movie?
I sure don't. Don't know anything. Like, summer... like winter, fall. Well, I'm saying this backwards. Summer, spring, fall, winter.
Yes.
I think I said that way off, but
those
like
are
that
the
4 seasons.
Those are no, it is not those 4 seasons, but those are the 4 seasons. I can't wait to get into the movie.
Is it sad?
I have not seen this movie in over 20 years, so I couldn't tell you from my head.
Okay, bring it.
Like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Instagram. And rate us 5 stars. Yeah, support us on Patreon and share us with whoever will listen. Thank you for listening and have a good day.
Bye.